Okay, so this is homework 14, number 1. It says that a cylinder has a diameter of 7 1/2 inches and a height of 5 3/4 inches. What is the lateral surface area of this cylinder? So I'm going to highlight in red for you lateral surface area. Okay, so that tells me what type of formula I'm going to use. So for a cylinder, you go to your formula chart and check it out, and lateral surface area for a cylinder is 2 times pi times the radius times the height, and then that is it. Okay, so we already know 2, we already know pi. Diameter of 7 1/2 inches, so that means that the diameter is 7 1/2, which is all the way across. We just need half of that. So really 7.5 divided by 2 is going to give us the radius, which is 3.75. I'm label that with R right there above it for you. Alright, so that's my radius. 5 3/4 is the height. So we'll just make 5 3/4 into a decimal, which is 5.75. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So there's the height and the radius for you. All you have to do is put it in the formula to get your answer. Okay, so number 2. Total surface area of the triangular prism below. The height of the triangle is 3 centimeters. So that means that the height in the middle is 3. So straight up and down is 3 centimeters. Alright. So we have total surface area, triangular prism. This is what we did today. Alright. So we can go ahead and we'll highlight in our base that we'll use, which is this triangle here. We'll highlight in green the height of our prism, which is that 18. So the first thing we need to do is we'll redraw this triangle. We'll do that here. So this is 6, 7, 5. I know in between there is 3. Alright, so total surface area, BH plus 2B. Perimeter, area of the base, and then the height of the prism. Which perimeter we know we just have to add up. Okay, we just have to add up. Whoops. I'll use the hand arrow. We got to add up the 7 plus the 5 plus the 6. So we're adding up all that on the outside. Okay, when we do that, we would get 18. Now, area of the base. Now, this part is where we're just finding the area of my triangle here. Okay, that's all we're looking for is the area of this. So the two numbers I'm going to multiply, base times height divided by 2, is the 3 and the 5, because it's touching this right angle. So we're going to have 3 times 5 divided by 2. Okay, so that's really 15 divided by 2 is going to be 7.5. Now I know that the height of the prism is 18. So once you have those three things, just put it in, and that's giving us the total surface area, which is what we're looking for. Total surface area. Okay, number 3. A sphere has a diameter of 4 2/5 inches. What is the volume of the sphere? Okay, so volume for a sphere is 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed. Okay, diameter of 4 2/5 is 4.4. Okay, so this is 4.4, and if it's diameter, we have to cut that in half. So the radius for this sphere is going to be 2.2. All right, that'll help you. Okay, so number 4 says that Tim is choosing between 2 cell phone plans that offer the same amount of free minutes. Singular's plan charges $39.99 per month, with an additional minutes costing 45 cents. Verizon's plan costs $44.99, with additional minutes at 40 cents. How many additional minutes A will it take for Verizon's plan to cost less than Singular's plan? Write an inequality for the situation and then do not solve. So we're looking for an inequality. Okay, so you just have to write the inequality. You don't have to solve for A on this case. All right, number 5 says to write an equation in slope-intercept form for the graph below. So I do know by looking here, this 150 is going to be my y-intercept. All right, so looking right there where the graph starts, that's my y-intercept. So we'll write b equals 150. So now what you have to do is find out how much does this go up each time. So it goes up here, this is increments of 5, and it goes up 25, 50, 75, 100, so 75 actually. So you're going to have to find the slope, and then we're going to write it into y equals mx plus b. What you have to find is the slope now. All right? Okay, so number 6, what is the lateral surface area of the triangular prism? So we're looking for lateral surface area, so I'm going to highlight right there. Okay, we're going to highlight my base, which is here. All right, we're going to highlight in green my height of this prism, which is there. So now let's redraw this, okay? Don't try to make it as difficult. We have a right angle here. Looks like that. There's my right angle. So on this side I have 8. This side I have 6. Okay, and then the last side is 10. Okay. So lateral surface area, all we need is the perimeter of the base times the height. So perimeter of the base, and then the height of that prism. Just do this part of it, and you'll be good. All right, number 7 says to order the following numbers in ascending order. So I'm going to highlight ascending order for you. Okay, and then to kind of remind you, that means we're going from least to greatest. All right, so put them in order. Number 8, what is the surface area of a cylinder with a radius of 4.5 inches and a height of 6.75 inches? So surface area, cylinder. Okay, it's not asking for lateral, so we're just going to go ahead and do surface area for a cylinder, total surface area, which is 2 pi times radius times the height plus 2 pi r squared. Okay, radius, it tells us in the problem, is 4.5, so we'll use 4.5. Height, 6.75. All right, there we go. Okay, number 9, write an algebraic representation of the dilation shown below. So because it tells me that this is a dilation, okay, I know that my figure is getting from the smallest triangle, which is this one right here, to the bigger triangle. So this is an enlargement. So you're going to have to find out what the enlargement is and write it in algebraic representation form. All right. Okay, so number 10, we're going to scratch out triangular prism. And obviously we know that this is a rectangular prism. So we'll just kind of fix that. Rectangular. All right. So we're going to highlight the base, just like what we always do, which is up here. So don't worry, because there's no numbers up there, but we can put numbers there. 6.5 is going to be there, and then 3 is going to be there. So now we can redraw this out to the side, just like what we always do, and then we'll label it. 6.5, 6.5, 3, and 3. Okay, it doesn't specify lateral or total, so we're going to do total. pH plus 2b. So, from your drawing, you can find perimeter of the base, area of the base, and then the height. Okay, so for the height part, we'll just go ahead and highlight the height, which is 7. So we can go ahead and put that there. All right, there you go.